Tonight I address my fellow Americans. It is somber moments like this when we must band together and realize that the capacity of this shop has just become too small. This craftsman table saw that we find so dear to all of us in the rebuilding and the polishing and the bringing up to modern specs of our wonderful 113 and 315 saws is just to a point not big enough. So it is with heavy heart that I announce the retirement of my 113 saw for the upgrade to a Grizzly G1024RLWX. I've thoroughly cracked myself up now. I hope you got a good laugh out of that, but it's true. Things have been absolutely going crazy here in my little garage shop and in our lives in general. As of today, which is my birthday, by the way, we have a 1-week-old who is a happy, beautiful, excited little girl who actually has already hung out on the table saw with Dad while he's perused his Grizzly catalog 900 times. And, life is great. Life is wonderful. I couldn't have had a better birthday present in the world. And then on top of that, my wife goes and gives me a complete shop upgrade. So I suppose, technically, it's been, you just can't beat that for birthdays. Last year she bought me a new truck, this year a new shop. I tell you what, when it comes to the lottery of wives, I beat y'all. I win, hands down. I did great. So, but yeah, let's talk about what's going on in here. Things are changing. I mean, big time. I'll never abandon my love for the 113s and the Craftsman saws and the ability to tune them up to operate, just as good or better as these cheap $700-800 hybrid saws. But there, it gets to be a point where there's just not enough power in these old things. And yeah, you can put on bigger motors and stuff like that. But then once you get to that point, you're going to extend already strenuous circumstances with things like the gravity tensioning on the belts, which creates so much vibration and things in these. And, it's a great saw. Someday I will build a hybrid motor mount for these things and a better dust collection system. And one of the things that's in the works is a full CNC package for these things. So you can have a pedestal mount and it'll read off all your blade height, your blade angle, and your fence width. Right now that's just not it. And I'll tell you why. Because I've spent the last many months building my daughter's nursery furniture. It's one of the things that my wife brought up to me. I'm a woodworker. I love doing this stuff. And when just a few months after we found out she was pregnant, she says, well, would you like to build the nursery furniture? And I kind of said, well, we weren't going to buy it. But no, that was wonderful that she wanted me to build our little girl's heirloom furniture. And I did. I've got the dresser. There's 5 pieces. And 2 of them are done, the dresser and the little cubby hole bookshelf thing that holds the purple baskets or whatever color baskets you put in them. And I'm going to start the crib here, and was going to be Monday, but now that's getting changed because most of the tools that are in here have been sold or traded or moved back to the little shop that I've got that's 20 miles from here. And now it'll probably be 2 weeks, let's be honest, for me to get to it. But that's fine, because the little girl's staying in the bassinet, and, that'll be just fine until I get the crib made. And I need to get that done, of course. The maple fort's right there. But we're going to have some new tools to be able to do that to really, really make things go a little faster. And as such, our doctor, our baby doctor, her baby doctor, I guess, was following along that she wanted to see pictures of the furniture and stuff that I was built. So I actually took and put my laptop on the nurse's station at the hospital in our room and just had a slideshow of the nursery furniture playing. And there was a lot of interest from the doctors and nurses for my handmade furniture, and posted on Facebook, and Lydia has shown friends, and I've had friends that have shown friends, and it's really just become a crazy, wild thing. Steve Ramsey from Woodworking for Mere Mortals actually put it on his Facebook page last Friday for the showcase piece for the Furniture Friday caption contest, and that was just great. I mean, it was absolutely wonderful to see my furniture up there on Steve's page. It was really exciting, so this snowball really is just a week old or so, but it's been going absolutely nuts. And we actually walked into the bank yesterday to get the money, the cash I'm going to take to Grizzly to go buy the equipment. And while I was sitting there hanging out with my daughter in the lobby, my wife comes out of the room with her banker and says, hey, can I see your phone? She wants to see pictures. little twerp wife of mine sold a nursery set, a full nursery set, to her baker. So really, it's time to upgrade, it's time to get bigger, it's time to get better, and this old saw, as much as I love it, she's just got to go. I was going to convert it into a crosscut station only, and you know, I've got so much money in the Delta T3 fence and the digital fence and all the upgrades. You know, this thing's got H&K bearings, it's got ceramic high-speed bearings in it, it's got upgraded pulleys, it's got a PALS, it's got a stabilizer, it's got all this extra stuff. And you know, I was just like, you know, it'd be a shame to tear all that stuff out because you wouldn't need it for just a dedicated crosscut saw. And so I decided to put it up online, and funny enough, 2 houses down, my neighbor gobbled it up. It wasn't even online a day, and she sold. So, and I got a hell of a premium for it. So you guys that have followed in, you know, the building of these saws, you know, in your area, that's not a bad idea, something to do. Because let me tell you, this saw, you know, you buy them for $75, $100, and you put some time in them, and you can get $400, $500, $600, $700, or even more in the case of this saw, out of them. So it's really something fun that you can do, and if you enjoy it as much as I do, you know, it's certainly something you can make some money on. So, but this saw's gone. I have one more little project to make out of it, which the wife wants a big 22-inch by 16-inch H made out of wood, just the letter H, for little Miss Hannah's bedroom. And I've got to do that. As soon as that's done, the neighbor's going to come down and pick this thing up. And then the planer's gone, the little joiner's gone, the big shaper's gone. 2 of the chop saws are gone. A lot of stuff is sold, and it's all going to get replaced. Monday morning, one of my buddies and I are going to drive down. We're going to make an 18-hour day out of it. We're going to leave here in central Iowa and go all the way down to Springfield, Missouri, to Grizzly. We've got an order waiting for us for the G1024RLWX, which is this fantastic 5-horsepower giant saw they have there. That's a Poly V serpentine belt drive, which is something I've dreamed about for years, is making flat belt pulley drives for these things and getting rid of those, you know, vibrating V belts. And I just have absolutely fallen in love with this saw. It's got a big 18-inch cast iron router table wing that's going to be built into it. Going to get a 60-inch capacity saw, so from the blade to the edge of the or the left side of the fence, it'll cut 60 inches, which is a little more than the normal saws. But I do a lot of stuff that's you know, dresser tops and stuff like that, that's 55, 56 inches, that gets up there, that's nice long stuff, and really that's not even the longest that we do. So I do a lot of that in that just under 60-inch range, the 50 to 60-inch range. So I want a saw that can easily do that, because right now what I would have to do is cut the pieces by hand out of a sheet and then trim them up on the saw, which, you know, that's such a pain. So now we'll change all that up. It is just a 10-inch saw, but that's all I need right now, and I've got, you know, $1,300, $1,400 worth of blades sitting over there for it, and you know, so that's why I want to go with a 10-inch. But still trying to decide what I'm going to do for the spacer over here for the table part. I've thought about doing flat iron. I've looked at cast iron, but the wing is another $600, and I'm already spending $5,000, so I want to keep that in check, really. Probably going to do some, you know, a table underneath and some other things, and it will be mobile. I don't want it mobile. But what's really weird about these new saws is they're 34-inch table height, and everything that I've built in here was to this saw, which, you know, the Craftsman's really set around the 36-inch table height. And so everything's 36 inches, so I need that extra space on my saw anyway. So I decided to go ahead and make it a mobile unit. In the big shop someday, when we have the big shop, it won't be mobile at all. I'll make sure that it's a stationary saw like it's supposed to be. But so we've got the G1024RLWX 60-inch cut 5-horsepower saw, and we're also going to pick up the model G45, the G0453ZW. This beautiful monstrosity of planing technology here with a full 15-inch spiral cutter head and all that stuff. I look very forward to upgrading from this DeWalt planer. You know, it's been a good planer. The big, was it 735? I think it is. And it's been great other than the blades. And I absolutely despise high speed steel blades. You know, hell, knots will screw them up. You know, I don't do a lot of wood that's got knots in it, but every once in a while you want to do something figured. It's got a, you know, figures are technically knots and grain change, and it's just terrible for that. It's a great little planer, and if you're looking to get a planer, that's what I would recommend, is that big DeWalt. Just end of story. They do make a spiral cutter head for it now, but you know, the planer with the cart and the base and all that stuff, you're talking about $700. It's another $600 for the spiral cutter head. You know, you get all done and you got $1,300 in a planer, and you still just have a DeWalt everyday shop planer, you know, a hobbyist planer. And so really at that point, you know, we're only talking $2,000 for this big 15-inch. And it was really a no-brainer at that point. That's what I'm going to get. So that'll be fun. Going to make a lot of shavings with it. Chips, actually, because it is a spiral cutter head. I make much smaller shavings than say that planer. I've actually planed plywood in that. Whew. Try it someday. It's fun, but be ready to clean the clogs out. So I don't have the number on the dust collector we're going to get, but we're going to get a new dust collector for the shop too. Not a big one, because I need the versatility of moving stuff around. My plan was to actually put it in the attic here, and everything's going to go up into pipes anyway, and it would just go up into the attic and then drop the sawdust down into the shop. I can do that, but that would take quite a bit of modification, and right now I'm just not sure how much longer we're going to be in this garage. I mean, I love it. It's nice being home, but as fast as things are picking up with the furniture, I really think I need to spend time making furniture, not building shop fixtures and jigs and modifying dust collectors and stuff like that. So at some point it'll be a two-stage. I'm going to get rid of that stupid bag and put an actual trash can under it. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to do much else to it right now. But so that's really it, unless of course I think of something else. I'll make another chunk of video for it. I did just get this set of Northern Industrial engineer squares. As you can see, I haven't even taken them out of the Cosmoline goop yet. The irony, of course, being that I ordered these for $29 and I got a $5 discount, so they were $24.99. And I got those because they were local, because I could go pick them up from Northern Tool, which is about 40 miles from here, and over the Grizzlies that were a little cheaper and I think a nicer set. And the irony being, of course, I wanted to buy them because they were local. Monday I'm going to Grizzly. So there'll be a bunch of other things I'm going to get, some router bit sets and some straight edges and things of that nature, but we're just going to kind of hang loose and see what we find when we get there. I've never been. I'm super excited. I've watched tour videos online and stuff, and I'm good to go. I'm really happy with that. I am trying to decide on, it won't be this purchase. I guess it's this way in the catalog. It won't be this purchase. It will be the next purchase in probably 2 or 3 months. But I'm trying to decide on the 12-inch G98 or 9860ZX or the 16-inch G9953ZX. I'll only buy Z-series stuff from them because that's what I want, is cutter heads and big motors. I mean spiral cutter heads and big motors. So maybe you can help me figure out what it is that I want to do here. The thing is, the 12-inch has the width capacity that I want, but it's only 80 inches of bed. And this stupid 8-inch over here has 84 inches of bed. So I really would like to have 84 inches of bed. I suppose here's one that has 83 and a half. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. The G0609X, there's a possibility too. Maybe that's what I'll do. But when you move up to the 16-inch, it's got even four more inches of width, although it looks a little scary to use. It's got 99 inches of bed. And I really, to me, the longer the bed, the straighter the edge is going to be. And that's just, the better the reference surface, the better the materials you come out with. So, yeah, that's what I've got to decide. There's one more thing. This video is probably getting a little long at this point. I hope the phone's still recording. But the outfeed table, it's going to be pretty spectacular. It'll be a 3-wing design with the center is fixed, 6 feet long, 30 inches, 30 inches, and 30 inches. And so the 2 side wings will actually be pneumatically operated. So if I need to have more surface, I'll have a pedestal mount over here, and I can turn on the air, and the wings will come up. And I might be even thinking about using the right side wing as a material loader, so I don't have to lift up sheets of ply and stuff. Not that I'm not capable, you know, I'm a dude, but the less I have to do during the day, the less fatigue I have, the more I can get done during the day. And right now, you know, I've got 12 or 13 orders backed up. I'm going to really have to start cranking this stuff out. So those are my thoughts. I'll definitely do a separate video on the extension table. I look forward to getting that stuff built and go from there. But thanks everybody for listening to me ramble about my new upgrades, and I'll probably end up doing some kind of a time-lapse unboxing video. On Tuesday, I'm calling it the grand unboxing, because we'll have, you know, literally a truck full of stuff packed about 6 feet high in the bed. So it should be a lot of fun. So everybody have a great weekend, and enjoy spring, and look forward to some new videos from an even bigger shop coming very soon. See ya. Dun, 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 dun.